guys? Thanks for clicking on the video. So I've released a full day of eating video every single Sunday for the last 2 years. I have not missed one, mainly because I'm obsessed, and when I say I'm going to do something, I absolutely do that. But you guys really enjoy these videos. Now, to be honest, these are not my favorite videos to make. They get pretty mundane and repetitive after a while, but a few things. One, I'm a sucker for the views. They're the most viewed videos, so I will take it, but I use that as a strategy to hope kind of convince you guys to come into my weekday videos, which in my opinion are much better than these full day of eating videos. So today is actually not going to start the full day of eating. That's going to be tomorrow, but I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of bonus footage here just because, like I said, these videos get so repetitive after a while, and I try to start them different ways, make them different themed. So I'm just trying to add a little bit of variety to your lives. So we're starting out with the grocery haul here. So let's go one by one, I guess. I got one of these lean cuisine pizzas. Not the best thing for you, but it looked pretty good. Some deli meat. I lied when I said we're gonna go one by one. That's gonna take way too long. Picked up a carton of Marketing almond and coconut blend, like you're actually gonna be able to tell a difference, but they got me. It's funny, I just released a video today and someone commented saying I need to pick up an ice cream scooper because it would make the food look a lot better if I had perfect circles of ice cream. And I agree with you. Thanks for looking out for me. 2 heads of cauliflower, 1 spaghetti squash, 2 bags of rabbit food, more micronutrients than most Instagram foodies get in a week, eggs, Canadian bacon, bananas, chicken, pasta sauce. If you can't tell, I'm getting a little bit impatient. Some yogurt, and of course, the almighty ricotta. I really like these 0-calorie waters. They're like 68 cents, they taste great, fills up my stomach. I'm a fan. Now, I didn't even need any food. I had plenty here to eat, but what I did not have is food to create new recipes for you guys. Because again, we gotta make these videos interesting. And you know what? You guys are expensive. And maybe a little bit less exciting, 5 servings of vegetables. Hey, I appreciate that, man. You could have been doing anything. I always laugh when someone gets surprised that I answer their Snapchat. Like, why in the world would I make it public if I didn't plan on answering you guys? I have so much fun with this.
And I cannot wait to make a couple batches of overnight oats with this. I'm gonna try it with the pistachio. That should be interesting. And I use your discount for it, so thanks, Travis. Take it easy, bro.
Rich homie Christian, always good to hear from you, man. Really happy to hear that you like that new cupcake flavor. In my opinion, it's one of the best. This might be a bit interesting to some of you. It's 2 servings of pumpkin and a scoop of protein powder. Not the best tasting thing ever, but it's not the worst either. So that's really gonna be the end of the food for the night. As you guys can see, I do like to put off my food as long as possible. Some would say it's intermittent fasting, I guess. The last meal I ate was lunch, was about 12, so now it's 9:30. So it really is personal preference, but what I like about this is it fills me up. So I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna cut off calories here at 2,200. And sometimes it's just like a game I like to play with myself, like how few calories can I get in the day and not go to bed hungry? And some days it doesn't go that well, and I go up to like 26, 27. And when you've been doing this for a while, you can kind of learn your body and do things like that, kind of moderate it all out. It's crazy. I'm about to sleep for the next 6 hours or so, but yet you guys will not even know because you will be seeing me in about 3 seconds YouTube time. Was that kind of creepy when I was talking to you and couldn't see me? There's been some days we're dipping into the 170s now, guys, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know that I want to be that light, but we're going to see how it goes here. We might have to make some adjustments. And it's 6:45 right now. A lot of people ask why I don't sleep in on the weekends. It's not like I don't want to sleep in necessarily. Well, there's a few problems. One, my body just does not let me sleep because I'm so used to waking up extremely early during the week. And also, it's not like I get to the weekend and it's time to relax and take a step back. There's just as much to do on the weekend as there is during the week. So I try to get up, be productive. I got a little bit of editing done this morning. Gonna have this, hit the gym, hopefully get there by about 7:30, and we'll get this day started. So I'm just gonna start here with about 300 grams of strawberries until I get enough energy to make some real food. And I think what I want to do today is really challenge myself. This is going to be an interesting video. And you guys have probably heard that generic advice that you should eat about 2,000 calories per day if you're a healthy adult or whatever. There's so many issues with that statement. You can't just make a blanket statement like that, especially for people probably your age. It's a little bit younger. And 2,000 calories is just not a whole lot of food, but I've never done it. I don't think I've, or ever at least on purpose, only eaten 2,000 calories. So this is going to be the fewest I've ever eaten in a day. I just kind of want to dig. Like I said, I want to see how this feels. I want to get this full cutting experience. So that's what we're going to do. It's probably going to suck, to be honest. But I know you guys are always asking for some meal prep ideas, and this is nothing extravagant. I realize that. But here's an example. Just some pasta. And actually, I'm traveling next week, so all I'm going to do is freeze this for the next few weeks because I'm going to be pretty busy, and that's all there is to it. Most of you guys have not been on this channel long enough to remember this cast iron skillet. I got it when I first started the channel. I was living in my old apartment and I tried a few different things. Specifically, I purchased it for pizzas and that was just a complete fail. But honestly, it's not worth it in most cases just because the thing is so heavy. So storing it, cleaning it, it's not my favorite thing to do. But it does go in the broiler. Is that how you say broiler? I have problems saying certain words, and that's one of them. But I can put it in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make like a poverty style frittata. So this was not supposed to happen. We probably all know by now that spaghetti squash gives you a ton of volume. This is my first time trying to cook it in the microwave. Kind of exploded on me, but I think we'll still be able to make it work here. Alright, so all I'm going to do is cut this guy down the center. So you see all the seeds and the nasty stuff in there that I don't want. I'm just going to scrape that out, and then I'll put what's left back into the pan. All this right here for 100 calories, not the worst. I can barely flip a regular size omelet, so there's no way in heck I'm gonna be able to flip that thing. So that is why I wanna throw it into the broiler. I'll put it in there just so it gets a little bit brown on top, and then we'll be ready to eat. This thing's gotta weigh at least 50 pounds. I already know this is not gonna be one of those foods I'm gonna be able to get out of the pan, so I'm just gonna try it here. Really not too bad, and I don't know if you guys can get a good scale for how big this is, but for right around a few hundred calories, I'll take it. I know some of you guys hate that I heat up the water for my tea in the microwave, but it's the easiest way. I mean, do you want me to turn on the stove just for that? No, not worth it. So I'm trying to suppress my appetite here. Pretty hungry, to be honest with you, and it is only 5:40. I figured the earliest I should probably eat is 8 o'clock if I'm gonna make it through this thing, or else I'll never be able to sleep. This is the typical first world problems, right? I have a house full of food and I'm not letting myself eat it just to try to prove a point. And you know what's even harder is making a full day of eating video with little food. So we gotta incorporate a few other things in here, and one thing that I want to show you is I got something new in the mail. A sharp looking watch, if I do say so myself. I like this because I'm going to be able to switch it up now from the leather ones that I've been wearing every single day. So this will be nice to have. Now, you guys brought this on yourselves because you gave me a hard time about being bad at chump change because you guys wanted to buy one of these watches, but you couldn't find the video where I gave you a code to save some money, so you gotta blame yourself for this. But before we get into that, I just wanna go over this very briefly. So movement watches, very, very affordable. Most of them are right around $100, but as you can see, they don't look like a $100 watch. These look like the designer brands. In fact, I have a designer watch that looks a little bit like this, and honestly, I love this blue face, so this will probably be my go-to. So you guys can get on the website, check it out. There's plenty of options on there, and what I like is I can dress them up, dress them down. They really fit any occasion. And the fact that it's affordable, it was started by some kids when they were in college. I mean, it's just a great overall story. It was started actually from a Kickstarter campaign, and they have a really cool Instagram page. I'm sure you guys have seen that because it's always floating around the popular page because they have some pretty cool shots. People like in Paris and stuff showing their watch off. But anyway, if you guys want to save a little bit of extra money on this, even though they are pretty cheap enough, right there, that's the guy. I'll also link it below. And here in a few hours, we'll actually get to some food. It's about 9 o'clock. I think we made it. Honestly, the major tip I can give you guys is just stay busy. Keep your mind occupied. If not, you just keep thinking about it and thinking about it. And honestly, the hunger does go away a little bit after a while. So what I'm going to make is kind of a makeshift Chipotle bowl. Now, this is nothing new. So many people do this. You guys don't need a certain recipe for this. It's pretty straightforward stuff. So in the skillet, we just have some turkey and some corn and some beans. Here's where it's going to get different. So since rice is so calorically dense and I don't really have the macros to spare tonight, what I'm going to do is make cauliflower rice. Now, the amount of volume this is going to give you is at least quadruple that of rice. And to me, rice just isn't filling at all. So I almost guarantee you that there's recipes out there to make cauliflower rice. I just didn't want to look it up, or I guess I just didn't have enough time, or maybe I'm just too lazy. So all I'm going to do... essentially, all I did was spatula it to death, try to get it as granular as possible, add a little bit of garlic salt, and then I'll throw it in the skillet with the rest of the food. For that much white rice, you would be looking at well over 100 grams of carbs, so this is a great hack that you can use. The other secret I will pass along to you guys is for a replacement for sour cream. Now, I do not like sour cream at all, and I don't like Greek yogurt. This is why this is ironic. You probably have heard that you can use Greek yogurt as a replacement for sour cream, but if you're like me and you don't like the taste, you mix in some salsa, and for whatever reason, this just sets it off when you mix it all together. So try that one out. I almost guarantee you that you will like it. I'll tell you one thing, when your calories are restricted, you'll learn to appreciate food a lot more. And this is actually pretty decent. Nothing that I make in this kitchen is ever going to be as good as the real Chipotle, but I'll take this. So we're gonna end the night with 4 whole eggs. You guys probably can't even see that. The lighting's all messed up, but you know what eggs look like, right? Nothing exciting, but I virtually had no fat today. So that's gonna cap it off. And unfortunately, that's all the food for the day. 2,000 calories is not a lot of food. So today, for the first time ever, I came in at 1,950 calories. It sounds crazy to me to be in the thousands of calories. The 1,000s, that's nuts. Now, that is made up of 179 grams of protein, 218 carbs, 55 fiber, and 46 grams of fat. I don't feel too bad. I wouldn't want to do this every day. And I don't know that I could do this eating like 6 small meals. I think I would have to have this big meal at the end of the night, making sure that I could sleep okay. But, I mean, I'm ready for some more food tomorrow, which I guarantee you will happen. So, just kind of want to do this for experimental purposes. So, what about you guys? I guess it doesn't matter, like, caloric intakes, because it's so relative. I mean, a girl could look at this and say, oh my gosh, I wish I could eat 2,000 calories. Yeah, but guys and girls are different. Body sizes, body shapes of guys, you know, all types of different stuff. But I miss taking in about 3,000 a day. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Try to make it a little bit different for you. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Please like the video. That really does help me out a lot. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You guys could have been doing anything, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. I look forward to talking to you guys next time.